yet, and I am heading to get me something to eat right quick. Man, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this apparent or so-called Jeffrey Epstein suicide. Yeah, okay. Um, Two things. Number one, and I know nobody's here yet, but I'm gonna just go ahead and start talking. Number one, I question if the guy. That's just my personal opinion. That's one thing. I don't have a real factual way of knowing he's dead, but I just question it. I don't even know. First of all, I don't even know if his ass is dead. That's the first thing, right? You got guys making $35,000, $40,000 watching a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy can buy. When he was in Florida, he can leave his cell 12 hours a day. So if he leave at if he leaves at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he got 12 hours from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to go do whatever the hell he want to do. He can go out to the club, do whatever the hell he want to do, right? 6 days a week. So on Saturdays, he can leave at 2 in the afternoon and 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Like this is just bananas, right? And that's one thing. They say he had an open cell. He had no lock on his cell. He can go in and out whenever he felt like it. I don't even think the dude really was locked up for real. Like that's the first thing, right? That's what they're saying about his first situation when he was locked up or whatever. And you know, for those of you that don't know, island, there was an island. He had a thing called Lolita Express. That was his plane where he would be flying people back and forth, to this island that he so-called had girls, little kids on there doing doing God knows what to these kids, right? Yeah, man, shoot, I'm on lunch, man. I just went ahead and shot right across the street. I'm gonna go, man. That what you call was hitting, man. I'm actually come back and get some more of it. Some of that stuff I ate yesterday. I forget what you call it. Poke. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, he decides to basically he gets caught. It's long story short. When he got caught, what happened? They basically kind of turned on him, and now they basically were saying that they found some sort of document. They had unsealed some document. So he was about to start naming people by name. A lot of named politicians. And this was Friday. This was Friday that they say there were going to be a lot of people that were named in with him that were about to be named. And what the media doesn't tell people, and I'm not the biggest Trump guy. I'm not. Trump do a lot of dumb shit. The media, what they wanted was for Epstein to get sucked up into some stuff what Trump got caught up in. They say Trump was out here being a pedophile, messing with kids. Damn, they done closed Flood Records. Damn, I want a meal. They got some good ass burgers too. I was damn sure I'm gonna go to what's the name. Anyway, so what happened? Trump really didn't have anything to do with it. In fact, Trump in court, they have paperwork with Trump basically, filed charges and got rid of the guy because they say he harassed some little minor or did something to a minor, and Trump got mad at him and got rid of him and kicked him out of something. So they really didn't have nothing on it with Trump. But this dude was very close with Bill Clinton. Him and Bill Clinton was. And the Clintons, I'm going to go ahead and say it, man. And I don't do political commentary like that. But I'm going to tell you something. It's a couple of groups of people that got some bodies that didn't call some bodies. Them damn Clintons, man. Everybody that even remotely can expose their ass wind up dead. If you believe the damn Clintons is legit, you full of shit. Right? But anyway, this is the point. The point of this video is not really political commentary, right? Really what I wanted to do was just talk about what Epstein was. See, Epstein is a small hat. And if you ever seen any photos of the eye, very weird. It got like a lot of the buildings shaped funny. It got these little weird symbols on the ground. Look here, man. I really don't want to have to go there, but I got to. I think Jeffrey Epstein was involved in a lot of this small hat mysticism. I ain't gonna say the other word. And I guess they call it somewhat of a religion, the Kabbalah and stuff like that. They was involved in this stuff, man. And these folks, I'm telling you, like, this is why I feel like I say the stuff I say and do the things I do, because I do believe that the world is controlled by these people. I believe these people control our banking. I believe these people control. Yeah, they put a hit out on them, man. So I believe these people control a lot of the shit that we see in this country, in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when they killed, I mean, they've killed so many people, it ain't even funny, man. This is like Eyes Wide Shut. Y'all remember that movie, Eyes Wide Shut, with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and how he kind of fell into a secret society? And this chick tried to warn him, and her ass wound up dead, this model. She tried to be nice and tried to help him out, and she wound up dead like the next day. These folks will kill. They'll off your ass in a minute. Either he got offed or they did some face-off shit and got him, he done got a whole new face and I did it that he bought or something. Like, I don't believe for 1 minute that this dude is not either dead for something. He was either killed or he was either killed or he's out. One of the two. But I don't think he committed suicide. If he did, it was a forced suicide. Literally the day after he turns up there. And then on top of that, they say that the guards didn't show up. Like, I don't know, about 8 hours, they didn't even watch him. I'm like, the dude on suicide watch, y'all gonna go 8 hours without even watching him? So they tell you right there, somebody was bribed. I bet you if you watch the personal accounts of those guards at that prison, I guarantee you they got a rather large injection of cash. All of them did that worked that shift. You know what I'm saying? You know, prison guards are dirty, low down jokers anyway. I mean, really, man. You know what I'm saying? Cops, any law enforcement is probably the most corrupt. It's almost like that's the criteria to be in law enforcement, is you got to be corrupt. So I'm under no illusions or delusions that this guy was off. I think that he knew full well what was going on in these little secret societies with these different people. Hold on, man. Let me see. I'm getting people to say stuff. Oh, I don't know how to turn no super chat on, bro. I don't know how to do that. I didn't even know I can get a super chat. I just do. And then plus, I done said a lot of stuff on my videos, but I don't even think I can get a real super chat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Adrian, I think it was some old face-off shit. That dude probably walking around here with somebody else's face right now. I'm be surprised they walk around a black man now. You know what I'm saying? Like, rich people do stuff like this. This dude a billionaire. He's sitting, I'm worth billions. Nobody knows how he got his money. He's supposed to be some sort of financial guy, but everybody's like, whose money did he manage? Nobody, he's not really known. Like, just do some research into Jeffrey Epstein. Who the hell is this guy? How did he get all this money? Nobody knows. Yeah, I don't even watch House of Cards. I might watch it, man, but I can't stand what's the name, man. He got off. Casey, what's his name? Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey gets off for messing and molesting little boys. Everybody kind of knew. All you gotta do is watch Kevin Spacey in movies and see what's American Beauty or whatever the name of that movie. You can see he's just on something else anyway. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Spacey, I'm not surprised he molested little boys. He gives me that. He gets off. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Spacey get off. Bill Cosby is locked up in prison giving motivational speeches. And this dude done mess with all types of little boys and stuff. And he get off scot-free. What's the other dude? Harvey Weinstein, charges getting dropped. They look out for their own, man. They look out for their own. I don't know what Kevin Spacey is, but if he's if he's a small hat, you better believe he getting off. Scot-free. Ain't no way in hell Harvey Weinstein's supposed to be walking around all the dirt they done got on him. You know what I'm saying? Look at the celebrities that was down with these dudes. What's her name? What's that chick? Paula Jai Parker, the chick from Sprung, and the girlfriend, Friday Craig girlfriend, the one that what's her name? The other chick with the big mouth. I forget her name. She did a bunch of 90s movies. She was in Hustle and Flow. She was the one that he threw out the house. But if you watch that movie, I think Bill Cosby needs to get off. They railroaded that dude, man. They railroaded Bill Cosby. And I think Bill Cosby's not one of them, man. And Bill Cosby has a lot of power, wealth, and influence. Everybody says because he's trying to buy NBC. Bill Cosby had enough money to start his own damn network. And Bill Cosby had the mind to do it. He had the wherewithal and cachet to really get out there and do some stuff like that. They don't like that, man. And these people run Hollywood. They run the banking system. And I think that's why a lot of these guys are in powerful positions and do the things and are allowed to do the things they do. Because their whole mysticism system, if you will, the small hat mysticism system is about pedophiles. It's about killing people. Do you know in I think it's the town of, well, whatever it's called. I ain't gonna say it. In those books, you can look up, they actually can kill you. This is how they set Jesus up to be killed. They can tie you up and leave you to starve to death. And in their minds, they're clear of conscience because they didn't kill you per se themselves. As long as they don't do it with their own hands, they have no guilt. This is the type of like spiritual system that these people practice. This is why when they circumcise little boys, they suck the blood off the penis. These are the type of people we talking about. You know what I'm saying? These are like, just look into, there's a channel called Shaking My Head. Look it up. It's a channel called Shaking My Head something. Go check that channel out, man. That channel has, that channel keeps it real. They drop, and they took little small snippets. A lot of this stuff is like kicked off, say you wouldn't eat by starving it. Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of dirt to people, man. And that's the thing. Like, they do a lot of evil and dirt, and their system is set up. What's up, Johnny? Their system is set up to kind of, you know, facilitate this shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they're set up. So a lot of people don't really know that these people are out here doing the stuff they doing, man. These people do a lot of dirt. Yeah, it wasn't that he was going to drop names. They had documentation. And thank you, Luciferian doctrine. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it is, man. These folks are on some, they literally, worship Baal. Literally. Moloch is just a fancy way of saying Baal, Baal from the Bible. That's the same thing that whenever, if you read the Old Testament, though y'all don't read the Bible, but these people believe in this stuff. Y'all may not. I believe this stuff is real. That's just me. I'm not foolish by no stretch in the sense. I believe a lot of this stuff is real. But anyway, if you read the Old Testament, go back and read certain Old Testament books and see how angry God would get with Israel when they would worship Baal. And you read stuff and say that they did all types of obscenities, and you'd be like, okay, well, you may be thinking, okay, they got drunk, they had sex, all right, they may have had some homosexuality. That's about it. That's all we can think in our minds when we see in the Old Testament. No, they focus on some stuff that, when you see them talking about worshiping Baal in the Old Testament, these people were doing some real, like, twisted, perverted stuff. And the funny thing about it is it is a system of spirituality that they developed. You know what I'm saying? I will put the video. I actually had a video that I made last week that I was going to put up, but I didn't put it up because it'll probably get my channel destroyed. Oh yeah. Off the top. You know what I'm saying? Ancient practice. That's exactly right. And so a lot of this stuff, these people, when you see Epstein doing this, it ain't that Epstein was just a pedophile and he just had a mental problem. Like, we look at, like, Jeffrey Dahmer was one. See, we don't think of this stuff. In fact, let me go ahead and go there for a second. The guy that was over Hillary Clinton's campaign, and I've actually seen I've actually seen like crime scene photos or pictures of Jeffrey Dahmer. What he would do to those homosexuals that he would get, he would cut their arms off, cut their heads off, cut their legs off at like mid-thigh, right? He would bend them over like a horseshoe like this, right? And what happened is, if you go to the guy that runs Hillary Clinton's campaign, he's a small hat. You go to the guy that runs her campaign, he got those same images. Shout out to Irritated Genie. He got those same images in his hanging from his ceiling. They dipped in gold and they silver and they hang from his ceiling. Same images. Jeffrey Dahmer was practicing some of this stuff, man. Off the top, Jeffrey Dahmer, Epstein, all that stuff. And see, when I say something like this, it's hate. It's not hate. This is what it is. But see, when you're rich and you're powerful, and you can control stuff, you can kind of throw it like Sarah Silverman just said, we've been just as old. She made a comment like that when they kicked her off something last week. She was doing a comedy skit when she was in blackface, and she got kicked off of some movie that she working in now. And in the skit, she was talking about I'm black and she was trying to say who's been oppressed the most, them or us, as if it's even close. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna even go there about the Holocaust. I'm not gonna go there because I will get my channel deleted. But just go look that up. Go look up, Google the word Holocaust and hoax. Just Google it. You have to scroll down a little bit because most of the videos gonna say that it's debunking it, because that's the way the algorithm is set up on YouTube. But a lot of this stuff, man, these folks, I'm telling you, it's kind of like they hidden facts about a lot of this stuff. These folks do a lot of evil shit, man. A lot of evil, dirty, low down shit, bro. And we don't be knowing who they are. Half the time, we don't know who's down with them. Who's like when you see these people throwing up these hand signs and joking about it and like it's funny, the all seeing eye and all. Okay, I don't play with that stuff. First of all, I believe, like I said, I believe a lot of that stuff is real, and these people believe in it. You may not. You may all just some mythology. Okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't follow exactly. They do talk through symbols, but I don't follow what they follow, but I do believe what they believe in is real. Also, I believe what I believe in is real too. So it is what it is. We just on opposing sides. But I do think that these people is this stuff, man. That dude Epstein, just go look at the images of his island, Pedo Island, as they call it. Go look it up. You see, I'm like, what have I seen? Because I seen this somewhere before. I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But it's some stuff that stuff. It looks like. So I seen this. I'm telling you, and that's what the media is not talking about. Why? Because they bought up all the media 100 years ago. I kid you not. 100 years ago, they bought up all the newspapers. They bought up everything. That's why, and they run your colleges and universities. This is why you get only one certain point of view at a college or university. This is why. This is why when you cut your television on, everything's LGBT. This is why when you starting to see little boys out here beating up girls and girls wrestling. Talking about they taking estrogen, now they're a woman. Beating up one, and I think it's in Texas where oh yeah. It's a battle going on, man. We don't see it. A lot of us as black people are asleep. We've kind of forsaken what were results when we were actually following certain guidelines, biblical guidelines, whether you were a Christian or not. The church was the center of the black community, and we were actually way more powerful back then than we are now. When most black men, a lot of black men now are woke. So, and we see what's going on with that, because it's like it's like a car with 40 steering wheels on. You don't know where the car going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all out of order now. You know what I'm saying? And we see our families and a lot of stuff. We're like a city with no walls. We're defenseless. And we're being bombarded with a whole bunch of like crazy stuff that has a spiritual purpose. That has a purpose to destroy us spiritually and to do things that cause us harm spiritually. But we don't see this stuff. We see this stuff as just, you're right. I think black people are mainstream woke. I do. I agree. That's a great point, DC. Well, you make some good points. Okay, somebody, Skull Village, say he's in contact with the pilot. Okay, I'm telling you right now, man, it wasn't just that they was just doing this stuff on this is some ritualistic stuff. Yeah, that tax exempt stuff that hurt the church. That was the worst thing they could have did, was do the 501c3 and stuff, because then back in the days, the way we thought, it was understood that the church was supposed to do certain things. Like, if you say, hey man, the church is supposed to, we need somebody to come fix this, or somebody's starving, or there's a woman that ain't got 2 kids and she can't take care of her family, she went to the church. Well, that's a problem, see, because if she goes to the church got certain guidelines. If the church cutting you a check, first thing they gonna say is, okay, sister, why you got 3 kids with 3 baby daddies? You ain't never been married. What's going on? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's but then they got rid of that. And so now you think the government should do this. FDR, let me tell you something. They've been manipulating. It's the same group the whole time throughout history. I'm telling you. same group of individuals, that oligarchy of individuals, they have been manipulating and doing things in this country since the Federal Reserve, since before then. But the Fed, slavery, all that, man. They got their hands on all this stuff. That guy isn't there. He's here in Palm Beach underground waiting for the whole thing to blow over. I believe that too. Before they fly him out and give him a new identity, the man's still alive. Trust that. I believe that too. I believe that. I honestly believe there's a cadaver somewhere and they put a mask on that joker or something that look like him. That dude ain't dead. A lot of people believe it's white people who running things when it's a small hat. It's small hat. Exactly. Who do and believe in me is different. It's a difference. I think that white people are part of the power structure, but I don't think Joe Bob in the middle of the woods, backwoods, Willacoochee, Georgia, is understanding full well the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? He don't control as much. He's white, but he doesn't control the whole thing. I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna probably make an enemy because, you know, people, it is what it is, but I'm gonna tell the truth. I got to keep telling my truth. I believe that's why half the stuff Tariq Nasheed, he kind of don't touch that subject. What's the name called his ass out on that? Tommy called him out. And that's what started really Tariq to get mad at him, was when Tommy said, how you gonna do Hidden Colors and you don't talk about all the shit that they do, that group of people do to black folks. And that pissed off Tariq because his mother-in-law was a full-blooded one of them. You know what I'm saying? So Tariq, he'll say stuff about the church and try to call the church out, but he ain't finna. I think really, man, half of the anger and vitriol you guys see in the black community towards the church is right in certain instances. I will not say that the church doesn't deserve some of its criticism, because it does. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things the church ain't doing what it's supposed to do that it used to do. I give the church respect and props because it used to do a lot of things. But at the same time, when you go and look at what Tariq, a lot of the things that he posts and says, a lot of times, Tariq actually, like I said, he had an episode where he was talking about how the church was good and what the church did historically and how a lot of brothers, you got a lot of thorough brothers in the church. He deleted that episode off Mac Lessons Radio. I remember listening to the episode that day like, dang, I can't believe Tariq saying all this stuff. Now I can't find that episode. I went through all his old archives. He's got none of that stuff up no more. He took it down. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? His mom was a preacher. But what I'm saying is, this dude's mother-in-law is one of them. And I'm telling you, his in that culture, I'm not gonna say that's why Drake is who he is. OVO, when you know, I know people are argue with that Illuminati. I don't even like the word Illuminati. It's like a 4-letter word right now. When you say it, niggas shut down and stop thinking. When you say the word Illuminati now, niggas shut down. Oh, here that nigga go. Here that nigga go with them. You know, anybody make over 6 figures in the Illuminati. No, I don't believe that shit. You can trust and believe. I ain't got nothing to do with no damn Illuminati. Neither do my students. I ain't took them into no ritual to tell them so they can make $50 an hour. That ain't got shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? My student, Yasmin, that was over yesterday, ain't got nothing to do with no damn Illuminati. It's okay? But at the same time, when it comes down to it, do I believe that there are certain people within the black community, agents of chaos, if you will, people that come into our black community and do all types of social engineering and make sure that you yourself have been taught to let go? They don't give you nothing to replace it, notice. They don't give you no system of spirituality. They'll say at traditional African. A lot of times these people ain't practicing nothing. People that you hear saying all that stuff be some of the most corrupt, vile niggas you want to see. A lot of times those are the people we need to be careful of. You know what I'm saying? At least with certain people, I know if you got a system, that's why you don't hear me dog out the Nation of Islam. I respect them. They got some sort of system that they try to practice by. So I don't hate that. You know what I'm saying? They got some system. I don't agree with everything. Of course I don't, but I do respect them. I respect people that have a system. If you ain't got no system, if you don't have no belief, if I don't have no belief system and you coming to me, anything I can say whatever and do whatever, and I can justify it, because the mind justifies what the heart desires. Look at that chick that went behind Omarion and slept with his bandmate, and she trying to justify it. People can do dirt and justify it always. That's human nature. Anything I do, I justify. If I steal, I can justify. If I lie, I can justify. If I kill you, I can justify. But if there's a system or a code whereby what I do is judged as right and wrong, if I fall in love with a married woman and me and her have an affair, and even though we say we love each other and her husband this and that, if there's a system whereby you can look and say, man, that wasn't right. Even though you and her may love each other, he may not be the best husband. Wrong for that. That is being destroyed, bit by bit in our society. It is being destroyed. There are children. They are sexualizing our kids. They are telling our children. They're talking about sexuality at 2 and 3 years old now. Before a child can halfway hold a good paragraph, a sentence with you, they already talking about sex with these kids. They already got what is it? What do you call them? Drag queens coming and reading the kids, and they are hijacking the Democrat Party with a lot of these black women that are elected officials. Keisha Lance Bottoms, a lot of them up in Atlanta, letting them read and going and letting them enforce. Let me tell you, so I come in that month, I will go ham before I don't ever. I ask questions. I'm always on top of that. I knew he was finna call me now, but I'm always on top of that. I'm waiting on some mess like that to happen. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like this Jeffrey Epstein is a part of that system that I always talk about on my channel. I don't make no bones about it. I believe it's real. I believe a lot of these politicians, I believe a lot of these people are in on this stuff. I think they know what's going on. I think you can't get in Washington and go up the ladder and become powerful in Washington. You might can get elected. I'm not gonna say that. But when you get in Washington, I'm telling you, man, it's like when you go and look at Pizzagate, right? And look at Pizzagate. If you don't know Pizzagate with Comet Pizza, go look that stuff up. I did a video about that years ago. I think it's called The Attack on Black Love or something like that. It's on my channel. But I was talking about how they are out here attacking heterosexual relationships and couples. And we looked into it went into Pizzagate. And if you go into Pizzagate and look at what they were saying in Pizzagate, it's a trip, man. Like, you see Hillary Clinton sending emails talking about, hey, send us some hot dogs and some pizza. And you like, okay, well, they just talking about food until you understand what pedophiles really mean, what they use. In fact, the guy that was in the Philippines, man, it was so foul, man. I forgot the guy's name. It was this Australian guy in the Philippines, right? I don't know if he was one of them, but he was basically what he was doing was they was cutting up little babies, man, cutting their fingers off, and like something gotta be off. Something has to be, some type of evil demonic spirit has to take control of you to hurt a 2-year-old, man. And these are the type of people that run our government at the top. I'm not telling you this because I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not even none of that. I'm just telling you, at the top of our government, and Trump wouldn't be where he was if he went down. He had to make deals, believe that, to even get where he at. None of them nobody's exempt at the top. None of them. You run the House, you run the Senate, trust and believe. Trust and believe that person is doing some dirt. Paul Ryan, Republican, Democrat, each and every last one of them is on some dirt right now, man. These cats, I'm telling you, and anybody, go when you go watch the Bohemian Grove videos, they making a mock sacrifice of a child. Go listen to the video. It was a guy that was walking. He's in some group. I forget. He's in some rock group. And the guy, he said, man, have you ever been to a snuff party? They asked him. He's like, yeah, I went one time. Killed the guy right in front of everybody. I'm telling you, go look at this spirit cooking stuff. These folks, I'm telling you, these people in the media never talks about it, ever. They never, ever, ever talk about it. There's no way in hell you could talk about Jeffrey Epstein and not go and talk about all this pedophile shit they was doing at the White House, talk about Pizzagate. People don't even know about Pizzagate. People don't know that there were emails with Hillary Clinton and all of them sending pedophile phraseology out of the White House, talking about we're gonna have a party. Bring the one. I'm gonna be in the jacuzzi. Bring me some pizza. They talking about little girls, man. They talking about little girls. The guy that owns Comet Pizza, go back and look at. There's a video where they took screenshots of all his posts on Instagram. What's up, Naima? And they was showing this guy's comments and what he was saying about little girls and little boys and stuff. And they were making little sexual pictures about these. And the guy that does the movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why I kind of lose respect for a lot of these YouTubers on YouTube right now, because a lot of these YouTubers that are nerds and stuff that love Marvel comics, when that guy, his name is James Gunn, I don't know what he is. He might be one of them too, but he made a lot of sick ass evil about little kids and stuff, and they kicked him off of the Guardians of the Galaxy for a while. He was suspended about 5 months. All of a sudden, he's directing a movie for Warner Brothers by the name of Suicide Squad 2. He's directing that, and now Marvel done hired him back. Now this guy made comments, sexual, inappropriate comments about little girls and little girls, man. And thought of him like, who in the hell? Something is mentally, you fucked up in the head if you think that making sexual jokes about a 4-year-old is okay. You can trace me back for ever. You ain't ever heard me make a sexual joke about no, James Gunn. That's the name of the director from Guardians of the Galaxy. And you ain't ever gonna find no sick ass twisted jokes about me making jokes about little girls and sex. Something wrong with your ass if you do that. And they hired this guy back. So that lets you know what they own. You know what I'm saying? That guy is hired back. Him, man, I ain't gonna go into Disney. Oh man, look at, man, we can go there, bro. We can go there. I think, and I get tired of being called a conspiracy theorist. What that does is that shuts down critical thinking from a lot of black folks for us to think about a lot of the stuff we've been through, a lot of the things that we faced in this country, a lot of things, not necessarily that we've been through, but a lot of things that are going on today that we see. The movie about sixth graders, these people need to be put to death. I mean, look, man, when I watched Moonlight, I thought that was some damn child pornography, man. Even though it may not have been real, why are you gonna make a scene about a little boy jacking off another little boy? Like, I'm sitting there like they in like 10th grade, 9th grade. That was just sick and nasty. Who would even put that shit in a film? That's nasty as hell. Who wants to see some shit like that? These people get that shit awards. They gave an award. You know how sick your mind got to be a critic and to say that Precious was an uplifting film? I think something wrong with your ass. Oprah got this new show coming on right now about some boy, David Creates Man or some shit. I bet you that shit's gonna be sick and nasty. I bet it is. Anything that Oprah co-signing, I'm when Michael B. Jordan's producing it. I'm like, oh, they got Michael B. Jordan got to do his ritual. He got to do his ritual. He can't be in Hollywood winning awards and getting big movies and shit, winning awards, and not be talking about that shit, man. Whatever the name of this shit is that they putting on Oprah's neck, Oxygen or whatever the name, or whatever it is, you better believe that shit gonna be sick. Off the top, it's gonna be some sick, nasty, twisted shit. Off the top. That's why I can't have respect for Hollywood, man. And my thing is, bro, I'm so happy they done created Fire Sticks, because you ain't gonna ever. Like, I hated Precious too. I've watched it one time, couldn't believe it. I'm like, her mama got her in there. Her mama making her eat out. Her dad is sleeping with her. She got a retarded child. Then she's so big, you can't tell she's pregnant. She got AIDS, HIV. I'm like, she couldn't read. What was good about that damn film? What was redeeming? You read the critics. I'm like, this is the most highly awarded movie that they've ever created. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is nasty. This shit is evil. Who do you think is controlling this? The same people that Jeffrey Epstein is of. The same people. The same group, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Those are the same people that give us Drake. The same people, the same reason Drake is at the top of the rap game right now, even though they showed his ass in blackface last summer. That's a career-ending diss track. That's supposed to destroy his ass. But he's still the #1 rapper right now, ain't he? Wonder why. OVO. Moloch is an owl. Is a Canaanite god. It's an owl. OWL, owl. OVO is the 2 eyes and the beak of the owl. That's what and Drake mom is one of them. So that tell you right there what the deal is. I ain't in no delusion about that situation. I know what the deal is. I have no doubt in my mind that this whole thing, and then when you start looking at the whole thing, I couldn't watch Fresh. Her mama had her eating her out. Monique made her daughter come in there and eat her coochie in Precious. Yes, and then what get me when I talk to niggas, they say stuff like, what's up, man? What oh, I thought you talking to me. Shit. My bad, turf. Anyway, they came in there and what I thought was just sick was that it won all these awards. And then I would talk to a lot of black women and they would say stuff like, well, stuff like that happens in the black community. How many folks we know mama made them eat their coochie? I mean, I can't think of, I know we have molestation that happens in the black community. I know it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. I know people get raped. All types of stuff happen. Why in the hell would you show some shit like that on a film? If you believe Lee Daniels really gives a fuck about the black community for putting some shit, he the same guy that gave us Monsters Ball, a movie about a guy who sleeps with one of the sexiest at the time role black women in the community, Halle Berry. Everybody been talking about how fine Halle Berry is, right? A white racist redneck sleeps with Halle Berry, hits up from the back, goes and vomits because he couldn't believe he had sex with this nigga trash. Like, these are the type of films that we've been getting. And these people, that's what they really believe about us, man. Like, this is what the group of people that Jeffrey Epstein come from, this is what they believe. This is what them folks are about. And if you believe that people, I don't even know who Fleece Johnson is. I never personally lose Precious, but it seemingly should be rebuked. Yeah, it should be. You're right. I need to be careful. You're right. I need to be careful on this channel because y'all might get deleted one day. You know what I'm saying? My mouth is just, it is what it is. I'm trying to control what I say, trying to be careful, trying not to specifically say the name, but the individuals that y'all know who I'm talking about. And that's the thing. Like, you can't even say the truth, can't tell the truth no more. I'm gonna go ahead and create a damn BitChute channel, man. I'm gonna have to, because it's kind of getting to that point. Well, I'm about to upload all my videos up there because it's kind of getting to that point where I'm like, man, it's getting too crazy out here. And I think that when it comes down to it, a lot of black people aren't really taking into account the fuckery that's being ran on the black community by these same groups of people. It's just not. It ain't just happenstance that Epstein was doing that stuff he did. It ain't just happenstance. And if you believe that man dead, either he ain't dead, or if he is dead, he was off because he a lot of stuff was about to come out, and it was gonna make him testify about it. So he got offed, or they did some face off shit with his ass. Believe that nigga walking around got a whole different voice and everything. Something going on. I don't believe he gonna stay the man. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna let that stuff come to light. All them politicians, Republican and Democrat, doing dirt, snorting coke, sleeping with little 12-year-olds. Them niggas is, I'm telling you. Exactly. The dude, literally the day before, they were saying, oh, they finna do something Friday. His ass turn up dead Saturday morning. I look, he dead. He dead in less than 12 hours. And the guards mysteriously weren't watching. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no doubt. Certain things I'm real sure about. I'm sorry. I believe Obama ass is gay. I'm about 80% of Obama is gay. And if he ain't gay, he done damn sure done some gay shit. Believe that. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that Obama is the alleged gay lover. I know some people that went to that church from Chicago I talked to some years ago. They said everybody thought that was his lover anyway. And then come to find out that nigga shot in the head right before he announces he's running for president. I think something going on. You know what I'm saying? I call fouls. That's just me. Folks just don't get off like that execution style in their house like that, man. That just don't happen. That dude went out here in the streets. He just shot. Nobody took nothing. What else? The guy that wrote the book Dark Alliance, Gary Webb. Oh, he got shot in the head. They claimed it was suicide. He was scared for his life. They got interviews he did with Alex Jones. Go look it up. Gary Webb interview. He wrote the book Dark Alliance. Go look it up. He was the one snitching on the government. Snitching. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of people. It's a couple of people that I think that had some affairs with Obama, man. William Cooper was killed. I don't even know. I think is that the guy behold a pale horse? Because I think he got. They say he killed. They say he went jumped the fence. The story was crazy. I'm like, the dude had one leg. How the hell he jumped? Some crazy stuff, man. Yeah, I know you're talking about. So yeah, I believe a lot of this stuff. Now William Cooper would say some weird stuff too, some out there stuff. A lot of stuff William Cooper said was actually straight up truth, was facts. But you got to know how to discern, get the truth from fiction, and not be deceived and let nobody tell you some shit that, you know. And that's, yeah, you're right. 9/11 is what started me on this path. 9/11, when they told me that a damn building fell in 6 seconds that had never been hit, and I walked out and saw the footage of the guy say, "Hey, get back, we're about to pull the building." I wouldn't say he snitched. What I'm saying is Gary Webb brought it to the forefront. Nobody even knew about this stuff. When Oliver North was going on, nobody knew about the Dark Alliance and how they was going out here and selling drugs and stuff like that. And we didn't know about Danilo Blandone that was giving drugs for Freeway Rick. That guy did 6 months and was a CIA operative. Next thing you know, he free and then went back to wherever he from, Colombia. This is like the type of stuff that you like, wait a minute, the government sell drugs? CIA plane crashes with 400 pounds of coke in it. Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? 400 pounds. So I'm not the biggest conspiracy theory guy, but I believe that the government sell drugs. I believe that pedophiles run the government. Not only that, they run the world. That a group of pedophiles, because it is part of their mysticism. It's their spiritual system that contains pedophilia. It is a spiritual system that contains that you can kill people, that you can lie to people. That's the type of system that these people practice. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go because I ain't got but an hour. I got to go in there and give me. Somebody said a black person will one day take over and rule the planet again. This evil will be destroyed and these people know it. So they work us over on time. It's like the Bible story, secret societies know this. It is not a conspiracy once it's been proven to be fact. Yeah, most of the stuff that we call conspiracy is a lot of stuff. It ain't conspiracy, it's fact. Gary Webb, that was fact. The government sold drugs, that's a fact. That's not a conspiracy, that's fact. The government got us into Vietnam at the Gulf of Tonkin. Fact. The government knew about Pearl Harbor and wanted it to happen and let it happen. Fact. You know what I'm saying? The government snuck in. I ain't gonna say the government. A private group of bankers and wealthy businessmen boarded a train in New York and rode down to Jekyll Island, Georgia, and over the next 5 days, 10 days, however long it took, created the Federal Reserve and gave us the income tax system, which is illegal. Fact. Google it. Sherry Peel Jackson, black lady, went to jail. She worked for the IRS. Somebody put an ad saying, if you can prove that income taxes are legit and legal in our tax system, then what we'll do is we'll give you $50,000. She said, this is going to be an easy $50,000. She could not prove it. And she came and did a documentary with a guy who's dead named Aaron Russo. And in that documentary, she was talking about, and I think it's another documentary she did called Take Your Hands Off My Money or something like that. And she was working with the IRS. And she said, the federal income tax system is a fraud. You know, you're not supposed to, people don't owe, I can't prove it. Her ass wound up getting locked up. They kicked her door in at 5 o'clock in the morning with guns. The ATF and everybody put her ass in jail for doing a documentary. Fact. Sherry Peel Jackson. Look her up. She on YouTube. She got a channel. She tell her whole story. You can look it up. You know what I'm saying? These are facts. And then when you say stuff like this, oh, that's a conspiracy. I had somebody tell me that the Federal Reserve is part of the government. I'm like, man, you believe that? I got some real estate to sell you. Go look at the video. Alan Greenspan says the Federal Reserve System is not prone to answer to any branch of government. We answer to no one. Not even the federal government. They are a private group of banks that run the world. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about racism and white supremacy, understand it is a structure. Because when I say white power structure, people know that phraseology. But what you're really saying is it's structured in such a way where it operates based on a certain way. And so when you're talking about racism and white supremacy at the bottom of like, let's say it's a pyramid. Yeah, you can see that white racist redneck that don't like you, or white people that don't. Yeah, you can even see our rappers that's controlled by the same group of people. You know what I'm saying? The small hat people, right? It's controlled by them, right? So if you go to the top, what you'll see is that you'll see this stuff at the top, man. You'll see that these people are starting to have, or they ain't no starting to, a lot of stuff is coming out. You know what I'm saying? And they basically run the world, and they do a lot of dirt and do a lot of evil shit to people, man. A dude was really came on Joe Rogan and said they are independent from the government. Yeah, off the top. Oh yeah. In fact, when I put that video up, that rabbit hole video, when them folks was out there dancing in front of CERN and all that, a lot of folks were like, "What the hell is this? What are they doing with the Baphomet head and all that? What is this?" Nothing but rich, wealthy billionaires sitting out there. Y'all, and then when somebody come and say this stuff, that was fact. Why they got to do all that? If it's really just science, why all that? If it's just science, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Thank you, Mr. Granger. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all I just challenge black people, man. Get you some canned goods, get your bunker if you can, because it ain't no telling what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. It ain't no telling what can happen in this world, man. We live in a world where people, if you will take, I got a 3-year-old son, man. I couldn't, he my boy, of course, so of course I feel that way. I couldn't imagine hurting anybody else's child because, first of all, I have a child now, so I understand the love that a parent has for their children. Go look at how many people go missing per year in America. That don't even make national news no more. Remember when I was a kid, Adam, when he went missing, and they had a big, like 2-part miniseries, a 3-part miniseries that came on when I was a kid about Adam Walsh, about a kid that went missing and they never found him, right? 500,000 kids, little toddlers, go missing every year. And we don't know nothing about it every year in this country. Where they at? These people, go watch that movie. What's the name of that movie? Taken. His daughter was taken, and it was rich oil baron. They made it where some oil dudes about to buy them. That's the little twist they added. It wasn't the oil people that be buying these little pedophile videos. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm basically, you taking somebody's child. I couldn't dare. I got a child. Even before I had a child, I wouldn't hurt nobody's kids. But you take somebody's kids and put them in the trunk and these people will take your child and cook them and eat them. These are the type of people we dealing with. I'm just going to put it out there. Jeffrey Dahmer was not an anomaly, people. He really wasn't. It's probably some sick, twisted jokers walking around here right now. Oh, and by the way, Jeffrey Dahmer had connections with the government. It was either him or Ted Bundy. He was one too. Ted Bundy, he could have been he could have just as soon been in Washington. Look this stuff up. Do some research on Ted Bundy. Look at who Jeffrey Dahmer was related to. Some real powerful people. This they system. They've been taught this stuff since they was kids. And these people don't have the same, I ain't gonna say all of them. I'm not trying to bash a group of a race of people. So I'm not doing that. This is not me being whatever, right? I'm not being racist, but there is a group of people who don't have morals, who will sit there and watch thousands of people die and have no morals about it. And then they'll turn around and tell me they went through what they went through. You know what I'm saying? If that's true. If you believe that. I don't. But if you believe that, I don't believe it. That's just me. But you can't even find that information. Just to even look into that information will get you destroyed a lot of times. You can't even talk about it. You know, you can't even talk about some of that stuff. Just go look into it. You'll see some cracks in a lot of stuff they done said, man. But I'm about to go. I'm out. Getting a few people on this channel, on this live stream. And the more people I get on here, it'll just conk out in the middle of the live stream. You know, I've seen that happen. That's right. Y'all out, I'm out, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Y'all be careful out here. And man, hey, I hate to say stay woke, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what'll probably actually help you. And I know a lot of people ain't going to like, man, just read the Old Testament. And just read it. Just go read the Old Testament. Look at, because this is what they practicing today now. Go look at the Old Testament and look at what they was doing. Look at the only people Jesus cussed out. Is the same people that wrote the spiritual mysticism system that they follow and practice, that's who Jesus cussed out. Those are the ones, because y'all don't realize when you reading, you brutal, that's Jesus cussing them out, telling you evil motherfucker. That's what he was saying. He was cussing them out. He was cussing those people out. Y'all, we don't look at it like that. Jesus knew. He went in that temple and cleared out the money changers. These folks, I'm telling you, it's them same group of people in the temple. Those are the people. And you look at worshiping Baal. Who is Baal? Baal is the same name as Moloch. Moloch is the owl that they have at Bohemian Grove. Moloch is the owl that what's his face? Drake is trying to put in his album, in his record label. He says OVO, that little sweatshop he runs. Real talk. I'm out, man. Y'all be good, man.